Star Trek knows Section 31 is terrifying, and a brand new weapon proves it. Star Trek has always had a flair for the dramatic, but few elements of its universe are as chilling as Section 31. Unlike the phasers and photon torpedoes of Starfleet, which have clear rules and codes of engagement, Section 31 operates in the shadows, where morality is a suggestion and survival is the only law. The organization has long been the embodiment of Star Trek's darker undercurrents, a reminder that even a universe committed to exploration and peace harbors the capacity for ruthless pragmatism. And now, a brand new weapon introduced in the Star Trek canon proves just how terrifying this secretive agency can be. For decades, Section 31 has been a ghost story whispered among Starfleet officers. In Deep Space Nine, we saw the extent of the reach when Sloan manipulated events from the shadows, orchestrating betrayals and assassinations with surgical precision. In Discovery, the show peeled back even more layers, revealing an organization so insulated and self-serving that its operatives operate above any accountability. This is the kind of entity that doesn't just bend the rules, it rewrites them entirely. Star Trek has always thrived on moral tension, but Section 31 exists to erase it, and that's what makes them terrifying. Into the new weapon, one that seems almost born from the nightmares of Starfleet strategists, a device that can remotely disable entire sections of a ship, incapacitating crew members while leaving the vessel otherwise intact. Imagine the implications. A ship doesn't need to be destroyed in battle. Its crew can be neutralized silently, efficiently, and with absolute control. Unlike a phaser or torpedo, which signals aggression and invites retaliation, this weapon is subtle, insidious, and psychologically devastating. In the wrong hands, particularly those of Section 31, it becomes an instrument of silent terror. The brilliance of Star Trek storytelling is that this weapon isn't just a physical threat, it's a philosophical one. It embodies Section 31's ethos: power without oversight, control without accountability. Starfleet ships, built for exploration, diplomacy, and defense, are suddenly vulnerable in a way that challenges the very ideals they are meant to uphold. The device doesn't just challenge tactical readiness, it challenges trust. Who can you rely on when your own systems might betray you? Who can you trust when the enemy isn't at your front door, but already embedded within your network? Star Trek has always asked these questions in different contexts, but this weapon makes them frighteningly concrete. Beyond its tactical implications, the weapon also amplifies the psychological terror Section 31 is known for. The organization thrives not only on achieving objectives, but also on cultivating fear, uncertainty, and compliance. Crew members incapacitated in the middle of a mission wouldn't just face physical vulnerability. They'd grapple with the creeping dread that someone, somewhere, could control them with a button or a command. Section 31 isn't about winning battles in the traditional sense. It's about domination without witnesses, about bending reality until survival itself feels like a gamble. This new technology makes that domination tangible, proving that Section 31 isn't just a shadowy figure in Starfleet lore. It's a very real threat that could turn the Federation's greatest assets into its own unwitting victims. What's especially brilliant about Star Trek's portrayal of this weapon is how it forces characters to confront moral compromise. In previous episodes, Section 31's threats were often abstract, plausible deniability, political manipulation, or engineered disasters. This device removes abstraction entirely. Decisions must be made in real time. Deploy the weapon against your enemy preemptively, risking innocent lives, or refuse and potentially watch as your own forces fall victim. The new weapon doesn't just make Section 31 scarier, it magnifies the stakes of moral choice, a theme that has always been central to Star Trek. The terrifying elegance of Section 31 is that they operate in a space Starfleet is not designed to occupy. Starfleet is transparent, accountable, and governed by the principles of exploration and defense. Section 31 is none of these things. And with a weapon like this, they don't need to be. They can dismantle Starfleet's moral high ground with surgical precision, leaving captains and officers to wrestle with the horrifying realization that their ideals can be weaponized against them. Star Trek has always been a universe where ideas clash, where morality is tested. But Section 31 represents a version of the galaxy where ideas are irrelevant because fear has become the ultimate instrument of power. In the end, the introduction of this new weapon isn't just a plot device. It's a narrative statement. Star Trek is reminding audiences that Section 31 isn't a minor footnote or a sensationalized villain. They are the embodiment of everything that could go wrong when intelligence, technology, and moral flexibility collide. The weapon proves that Section 31